Hi, this is Sean Haulman recording for the CIS 110 group project final. Our group is working on the operating systems. As you can see here, this is our home page. Uh, we all had different operating systems that we had to work on. I was assigned Windows, Microsoft Windows. Uh, Here's a video that we put up. Here's a description of the various operating systems. Like I said, I had Windows, so I added this. And I also created the references page off to the side here. Uh, so let's dig in. First, I'm going to do the Windows operating system history, which is what I created first. It's just a rough rundown of the various events that happened at Microsoft that led up to the creation of Windows and then the various versions of Windows, and a short overview of what they did. A lot of these dates I found from Microsoft.com. They actually had a really neat history little page on their website, so it was really useful. And then after that, I'm going to go back to the home page here. I created this little blurb right here on the front page that is basically inviting users in to read more about it. So we'll click on this. Then here's the main page here, the real meat of my part of the project. Microsoft Windows past to present. I have a video here, a visual history of Windows, uh, MS-DOS, Windows 8, past to present. And then I basically go over the various versions starting with MS-DOS and leading all the way up to Windows 8. Here's Windows 1.0, 2.0. All these boxes were supplied from a website. I had the source at the bottom, but these are really neat pictures. It's neat to see it grow over the years and see how it changes. Here's the Windows logo that a lot of us are familiar with. Windows NT, then 95, and then we continue on to 98, Windows 2000, and you can see I have little descriptions, and then these also are the features and key facts and stuff about the various versions. Windows Me, Millennium Edition, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and leading all the way up to Windows 8.1, which was just released last year. Um, so yeah, these all have in the descriptions, it has a description of what each version did and what key upgrades they added upon one another. Uh, I've actually used majority of these. I started with NT a while ago, but MS-DOS I messed around with too. But yeah, this is my main page here. Sean Haulman, that's me, and it's pretty neat. And then I also edited. Here's the team, our team page. Also edited my biography here, which is just cheap picture I took, and then a little bit about me, what I did, and how I got to this point. So that is our contributions, or our wiki page. I love this logo, this little section here. But that's our wiki page. Again, I did Microsoft Windows. Uh, I created the reference page that you'll find on this wiki. I created my biography, that history, the timeline, and then also this, which was the real cream of the crop. Uh, this actually took a bit longer than I was expecting. It took me probably about 4 hours when all was said and done, just for this page alone, because I wanted to find facts, but I didn't want to find facts that were really, you know, barren. I wanted to find some really neat information, and also finding the pictures too was. It took a little bit to find pictures of every Windows version, especially the ones that I had typed up, uh, and the ones I included in the timeline. This didn't take that long. It was just a matter of getting the text to cooperate. But the video, I didn't really take that long to find that either. I mean, Windows is huge, so there's going to be a lot of videos about that, especially the history. Uh, Overall, I think this was a really neat project. I had never used Google Sites before or the Google Wikis. I only ever used the search engine in Gmail. But using this wiki layout, I mean, once I got the hang of it, it was really really fun, and it's really a you know no no you know no problem, no frills barred, if you want to say, website. It was actually really easy to use. Uh, it's pretty much whatever you thought of, you could put on the wiki, and then it would work. And at first I had to figure out how to add images and things like that, and I had to figure out, how to edit the sidebar stuff over here, and you know, it was kind of tricky figuring out uh, things like this, how to create a list. But once I figured it out, it was almost second nature, and uh, I really enjoyed working on this project. I learned a lot about Windows, and I've been using Windows pretty much my entire life. When it comes to the computer processors, that I always use Windows. I never owned a Mac or anything. I've used them. I've owned an iPhone and things like that, but I've never actually used Mac or Linux or anything. It's always been Windows. So it was, I'm truly honored, I guess I could say, that I was able to work on Windows, uh, being that I'm familiar with it. And a lot of these facts I did not know. I knew MS-DOS, but Windows 1.0 and 2.0 I really didn't know too much about. And reading about them, it was really interesting to see Windows evolve from, like up here, the command prompt window, to how it is now. And it was really, really interesting to see a lot of the creative minds that went into uh, creating Windows and really revolutionizing uh, the computer world, so to speak. So yeah, that's my wiki contributions here. Microsoft Windows versions, or the home page. I edited a little bit. I added this right here. I included a link so that it was easy to get to. You just click on the Windows versions and it comes to this page. Included my biography here, a short blurb about me, a picture, my name, and on the home page you'll find a references page off to the side too. I created that. Uh, but yeah, it was definitely a really, really fun project. It was really fun to be able to talk with other people and see this website go from a rather blank site to how it is now. And I think there's some really good information on here, not only just from me but from Andrew and everybody else as well. I think we did a really good job. So yeah, that's my project, that's my presentation. I'm Sean Haulman for CIS 110.